p.m. Eastern Time-ish. And today we are continuing with our Zodiac pendants and rings and jewelry. And today we are doing Aquarius. And that is actually my daughter Mimi's what do you say it? Zodiac sign. That's it. Hey Mimi, this one's for you. And yeah, so let's, with no further ado, let's get started. I'm going to flip the screen and we're going to make some Aquarius stuff. So let's do that. Perfect. Ooh, there's outside. It's a rainy day in Montreal. Hi, Mustafa. Thanks for hopping on so quickly. I am going to just pull up the video on my computer. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Hi, Valerie. We're just going to bring this one over here, make it a little bit bigger, and see if we can get it on the screen. Remember last time we had to like play around with it for a long time to get it to look good. So let's just maybe bring it, let's see how big my hand is. Oh, that's way big enough, maybe a little bit less. And let's get it all set up. So I'm just going to move the tape over so that you guys can see the screen. We're just going to move it right over there so I know where I'm at. And these are sort of my sketches for the Aquarius. We'll be working on that today. And I've done a whole bunch of other ones. I'll link them up in the description below. We've done Sagittarius, Capricorn, Libra, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo, and Gemini. So let me just, oh, that's over too much there. And then this one is just at the bottom of that. So let's bring that one down. We're getting a little better at organizing here. So there we go. So yeah, so let's see who's hopping on. Mustafa's here. Valerie. Hi, Ginger. Mary. Hi, Mary. Hi, Gaylin. Nice to see you guys. So let's have a look at Aquarius. I've done Aquarius rings before, something just very similar to this one here. I'm going to just pull that one down. And these are just some other random sketches. I get inspiration from clip art and copyright-free websites like Pexels, Pixabay, and they give me all kinds of ideas, and then I just put a spin, my own spin on it. So these are all like just trying to figure out things out of wire, different shapes, different kinds of things. So let's start with something simple. We'll just start with the sort of water shape. I'll do a ring, and then we'll just go from there. Hi, Amanda. Nice to see you. And we have Kirsty. Very nice. Awesome. So let us get some wire to get started. Maybe just some 20 gauge wire to get started. Here, I'll just start with this wire here, and we're just going to do the waves of the Aquarius. And I will link up below the other videos that I've done before with Aquarius. And I did a ring and I did a pendant. So let's just go ahead. Let me just think of what I decided to do for the ring. I could do it similar to what I did before. I'm just going to cut like about a 12-inch piece of the 20 gauge wire. And we have, hi Kathy, nice to see you. Hi Mary Lee, hi Trilyn, and hi, I said hi Mary. Did I see Amber in there? I don't think I saw Amber in, did I see Amber? Amber, I don't know if you're here or not. I missed some comments. Hey, go ahead, and if we want to make the waves a consistent size, go ahead, and if we want to make the waves a consistent size, I love these 6-step looping pliers from Beadsmith. They have all the different sizes of the loops, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. So did I say hi Galen? Hi Galen, if I didn't already say hello. And it's morning there. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do some little waves. So we're just going to go back and forth and just do a few little waves. That might be a little bit big for a ring, so if it's too big, just make them a little smaller. It's totally fine. And we're just going to go around. I'm just warming up here, so whenever I just get started, it takes me a little while to get started and to warm up, but we're just going to get our little momentum. Now this is going to be tricky to get those. How am I going to do that? Yeah, this is going to get a little bit tricky to get those back in there. So let's just use our round pliers. I think it's going to be easier. And there we go. So in, back and forth. And we're just going to do, you could even do like, actually it might be fun to do this all the way around. Oh, I like that idea, because the previous ring I did like a simple kind of a wave in the middle, but I kind of like the idea of doing something like here. Let's do this just to try something different. I'm going to just bring that one that way, bring that up here, and I'm going to do them both at the same time, but I don't know if we can do it with the smaller tools or not. Maybe not. So we're just going to bring this one down here Bring that one down. Yeah, I think that we're not gonna be able to get in with those. So let's do this. And, oh, there's Amber. I said hi earlier, Amber. I wasn't sure if you were on or not. So hello, hello. And Pineapple, that's a cute username. I like that. So now we're just gonna do waves and see how this is gonna turn out, because I haven't thought this one out in advance, but I like doing the waves both at the same time. So let's just do a bunch of these. See what I've done? I've just kind of folded it in half, and I'm just going back and forth with the waves. So let's just do that. And guys, be sure to mark your calendars. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, is episode 2 of Live Wires for the Win. And we're having so much fun on that show. Anyone can participate in the Facebook event page, Live Wires for the Win. You can check it. It'll be in the description of the episode videos. You can join the Facebook group. You can participate in the challenges. If you participate in the weekly challenges as a viewer, your work will not be judged, but you can win some amazing prizes. So that's exciting. So be sure to join the group for Live Wires for the Win. Hi April, what brand of pliers? So these are Xuron pliers, and they're very, very great. They're comfortable. They're a good size. I really like them. I only got them recently. Before that, I was using some old pliers that I had for years, but I thought it was probably a good idea to get some pliers that you guys would be able to also purchase. So I've been using the Xuron pliers now, and they're really great. And then the looping pliers are the Beadsmith ones. So there we go. So if I miss anybody in the chat, just say hello, hello. Hi Dania, how are you? And we're gonna go back and forth. And I don't know if this is gonna be a big enough for a ring. I might have run out of wire, but I'm not even exactly sure how I'm gonna do that, but we're just gonna open this one up here. And the idea would be have like a double loop. So I think what we're gonna have to do is adjust this one to bring it down a little bit. I have to go, but have a nice day. Well, thank you for hopping by, Pineapple. Love your name. So there we go. So we're going to do this. We're just going to, I should have maybe made more space in that one. That's what I'm thinking now. It would have been better to have more space. But if we, yeah, so if you make this, make sure you make more space on that one, because it looks like it's going to be hard to rotate it down, but it's fine. Ooh, I just got a box in the mail. I wonder what that is. Mark just went to the door and got me a box from, I don't know, Amazon or something. So now let's just go ahead and bend this one. I don't even know what I ordered. I've been ordering a lot of tools recently, so I don't know what I ordered this time. So we're just going to kind of rotate this one down a little bit. Just let me access it. It's a little tricky. The lighting today is not very good. It's very gray. So yeah, I've kind of like moved that one down. I don't know if it's going to work very well. But now if we bring this one over here, the idea is we want these to kind of line up. So let me just try. If we bend this over, yeah, see if we rotate this, maybe we can do, I think we can do this. And we pinch that one in a little bit more. See this, I want to line this underneath that one. So we're going to pinch that one in a little more without breaking it. And we're going to line these up. So the idea behind these is they are the same size because we've done them at the same time. So if we bring this one here, I cut my wire a little bit small, but that's okay. So why don't we just take this one, and we're going to bend it out. I'm so amazed by the challenge. Yes, the challenge. And Mustafa posted a picture of his week 1 challenge, Mirror Mirror, in the Facebook group. And it's amazing, Mustafa. You did an amazing job on your self-portrait type wire art. And I can't wait to see what you make for episode 2, which is airing tomorrow. I'm so excited. And yeah, it's a brand new series. I'm kind of like troubleshooting as I go along. You know, I've had some technical glitches and stuff like that, but generally it's going like super well, and I'm really happy for it, and I'm grateful for everybody for watching and all your feedback and stuff. So now what I have to do is just, I'm gonna, otherwise I could have, well actually maybe I don't have to. Yeah, you know what, I was gonna attach these two, but now I don't think I have to. So what I'm gonna do is actually rotate this one a little bit more so it's a little further down. Just kind of rotate it a little bit more. So these are actually going to be more parallel than anything. I don't think I have to. I was going to twist these together, but I really don't think I have to. So now what I want to do is put it around the Ming ring mandrel. Boy, can't talk today. And we're going to try to attach the ends. So there. would be like the Aquarius type ring. They don't all perfectly line up, but they're not too bad. It's because of my pliers. If I had used the larger one, I would have been able to go back and forth with it because they're like two separate sizes, it's really difficult to access it sometimes, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and get our ring mandrel. Oh, I'm missing some comments. You have a question. Can I make Saturn ring with your wire? Yeah, you could probably do a Saturn ring. There might even be tutorials for Saturn rings on YouTube. But yeah, I think you would just take a bead and do a little loop around it. That sounds like a really cool idea. Did I already do one? I might have already done one. There's a good question. You can always search my channel to see if I've done something like that, because sometimes I forget what I've actually done. So I can't join the premiere. I know, Mustafa. I'm so sorry. It's a bad time for you when I air the show, because I air it at sort of prime time North America time, but it's not a great time for you, so I'm really sorry about that. But I really, I'm glad that you catch the replay for sure. So now I've cut this a little bit short, so I'm just going to cut these to the same size. And oh, no problem, Dania. Yeah, I'll check my channel and see if I have a Saturn ring, but I think it's probably not too difficult to do, and if you Google it, you might find something similar too. So now I think what we're going to do is just take these, only because I've really run out of wire. I wish I'd cut the wire a little longer, but that's okay. I'm going to just take that, bring this one around here, and bring that one around here, and then what I would do is just hook those into there. And maybe I have to like curve these a little bit more. Yeah, we're just getting warmed up here, guys, so I'll do some more complicated designs later, although this is a little more complicated than I would have imagined. So we're just going to bend that up. We're going to stick that one in there, and then stick that one in there, and then it's actually kind of cute. So let's pinch those closed, and then we're going to, yeah, so Mustafa, unless you get up super early in the morning, unfortunately you won't be able to watch the premiere, but that's okay. Maybe next year I could find I'm going to do another season 2 of Live Wires for the Win next year, and maybe I'll be able to air it at a different time. We're going to see. Yeah, time zones, yeah. So now let's just put it back on the ring cone, and you can adjust, how you position these, and it's very cool. Yeah, if I cut the wire longer, I wouldn't have had that large gap there, but that's at the back of your fingers, so it's probably okay. It's a little tight. It's actually not bad. Ooh, I like that. It's kind of funky. I just realized there's a very yellow light overhead, but if I turn it off, it might be too dark. So let me just try to turn off the overhead light. I'm going to see if it makes a difference, because I really don't like that light. It's like a yellow light, so hopefully it's still good. We're gonna see when there's a delay in the thing. I think it's good. Let's just keep it with this darker light. I think it's better. Otherwise, it's very yellowy. So now, oh, thank you so much, Mustafa. Don't forget to join the Discord group. Now, can I pin that comment? I could pin the message. So after, I think I was a little, I don't know if I even posted last week on Discord. I got really distracted. I've been really busy with the challenge. But I always try to post pictures of work from these live streams in Discord in the post live stream section. So why don't we try to do something different? Why don't we try to do like the little pot of water? I think that would be super cute with the little spirals. And then I thought it'd be fun to try one with beads. So why don't we go ahead and try something like that? And we're going to see that. I love that my sister's an Aquarius. Awesome. That's fantastic. So now let us get maybe a different wire. What have I got? Over here I have 20 gauge silver wire, the artistic copper wire. Let's use that one. And let us cut a piece of wire. I don't think it has to be super big, so let's just cut it, I don't know, 8 to 10 inches. So we're going to cut that one, and we're going to make the shape of a kind of, I guess it's like a vase type thing. So why don't we take this And if you wanted to hang upside down, you might be better to do a little loop at the top. So let's just go ahead. We'll make a little loop just at the top so you'll have something to hang it on. Otherwise it's gonna like go all over the place. So we're gonna just do a little loop here. And then I'm just going to make the shape of a vase or a vase, however you pronounce it. And let's bring this one around. Aquarius is an air sign, not a water sign. I'm not sure because aqua is water, so I just assume it's a water sign. But I know nothing about zodiac, so honestly, I really don't know. I love your ring tutorials. I made a moon and wave. Awesome! That's so fantastic. I know a lot of people have trouble with the moon, Danny, and let me know how you did with the moon because it is a little tricky, that design, and I've been trying to simplify it, but it's not that easy. So let's just go around here. We're gonna make some handles. So this is, I'm looking at my image upside down, so that's why I'm having a little bit of trouble here. So if we're just gonna bring this one around here, okay, and then we're gonna do another one and bring that one up, and then we can adjust the shape after if we want. So let's just bring that one around. We've got like two handles. We're gonna bring this one down like that, and I think I'm just gonna do it this way and see how that works. So let's bring that one in, straight in. They kind of look like ears, but that's okay. Do I share in the Discord group? Do you share in the, oh yeah, there we go. So Danielle, you could share pictures of your work in the Discord group, in the share your work section, or if you're on Facebook, be sure to join the Wire Makers Club and share your work there. We have so many people sharing beautiful things in the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. It's so fun, but not everybody's on Facebook, so that's fine. So now here's like what looks like it's supposed to be like the little vase thing, and then we want to make the top of the vase. So let's just, it's nice when the top of the vase is a little more open, so we can just like push that out a bit and push that one out a bit, and then we can do a kind of a, what do you call that, like the brim of the vase. We're going to do that, and then we're going to bring it back and bring it back this way. So we're going to do another one, make it quite wide, I think. There we go. Perfect. So here is like the top of the vase, but now I'm thinking I should have like finished it up here or something. Oh, and I think this isn't in a good position. We're gonna have to fix that. But what we can do is just like bend that one and clip it. The Facebook group. Thank you so much, Mustafa. You're on it. That's fantastic. That's great. And then if you want to also share the Facebook group for Live Wires for the Win, whoever wants to join the weekly challenges, we have the first challenge is already up. It's Mirror Mirror. So it's actually, the challenge is to make some wire art or jewelry that is a reflection of yourself. So it's almost like a kind of a self-portrait type of thing. So if you're interested in joining the weekly challenges, and if you do all 8 of the challenges, you can win some really great prizes from Beadalon and from my Etsy shop. So be sure to join the Facebook group and join the weekly challenges. And if you don't have Facebook, you can still email me pictures of all your pieces from the Live Wires for the Win at the end of the challenge, and you'll still be eligible to win lots of prizes. So lots of options, guys. So here is like the vase, but I'm thinking I want that one to be up here so it'll be hanging on an angle. So all I have to do for that, it's not that hard. Are you going to be here the whole time, Mustafa? Oh yeah, no worries. Amber, anytime you or Mustafa have to leave, it's fine. I can still watch the chat and stuff. It's everybody seems to be staying on track really well, so that's perfect. Now this is a little tricky to rotate this over. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do this or not, but the idea is I want to, yeah, I hope it doesn't break, because I want to move this circle over, but I don't want to break this. So sometimes you can like easily rotate it, and other times it's going to be difficult. So I think it's rotated over a little bit, so that way, like if it's up here, it's going to hang more on an angle. So I'm just going to rotate that a little bit more up there. And that's pretty good. I think that'll be good. So let me just close it. Thank you, Mustafa. That's awesome that you're going to be here. Fantastic. Oh, thanks so much, Amber, for hopping on. And for sure, I'm going to see you on the premiere tomorrow night of Live Wires for the Win. So 7 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Everybody tune in. It's going to be super fun. So now we're going to just turn this a little bit more. That one too. And like I said, I hope I don't break this thing. So, and I like the idea of this being a little wider at the bottom. So we're just going to do that. I'm going to push that in, and I think for this one I'm going to just do some little spirals, and it would be fun maybe if it's in a contrasting wire. So why don't we get some 22 gauge wire? I'll get some gold, and we'll just cut along. I have a piece already. This is the artistic copper wire. So we're going to take this one, and then I'll cut a piece that's, I don't know, 5-6 inches long. And then we're going to put it in here, so it will be like water cascading down. So let's just take this, and how are we going to do it? Maybe if we do, okay, I'm going to do this like that and bring that one around. Okay, we're just going to bring that one around and down. I think that's going to be the easiest way. And let's just get a bunch like that. So maybe not too many, maybe 3 pieces will make 6. So hi Sabrina, how are you? Nice to see you. So let's just keep going with this and bring that one around. These can be different lengths too. This is just going to be very stylized, just to pretend like it's kind of like a water thing. So I think if we have 3, it's going to be totally fine. So we're going to take this one here, bring that one down, bring this one around. If you put it around a few times. Now if you want to secure it so it's not like flying everywhere, I mean, it's totally fine if it does that too, but if you kind of attach it in 2 different places, then it will secure the wire. So even though it looks like it's sort of over the edge there, it should be fine. And then we might have to bring this one in a little bit more to get these all to stay in place. So if you find they're like rotating, just take them and wind them a little bit more just to secure them all in place. So we're just going to take that one, bring it in here, and I mean, like I said, it's okay if they wing around and they dangle, but if you do want them more fixed, you can definitely like just take them and wind it through a little bit more just to be a little bit more fixed. So let's just see if that helps. Still like wiggling a little bit, but it's fine, it's not too bad. And then this one, like maybe we want to bring this one over a little bit. Okay, this one, I think if we cross that way, it should be better. We're going to cross that one that way, bring that one through, and it's really fine that they're all different lengths. So we're going to just stick that one in here. It's a little bit dark today, so I'm not seeing super well, but it's fine. So we're going to go down here, and these are pretty good. They're not moving around too much. So now what you would do is just decide on your lengths. So maybe we'll just go ahead and cut these at different lengths like that and that and that. So then we have a bunch of these different lengths, and we can make them into spirals. So I usually do my spirals on a cone, but I'll just try them this way for now to see how it goes. And take this one, and then I just kind of work my way down. And I actually have these ones, but I also have my other pliers that I don't usually use on the live streams anymore because they're not available. But when I do spirals like that, I love using these black ones because they have a really wide base. So if you have any pliers with wide bases, this is a useful hack. Start with your small pliers, stick this one in, and then just keep going, and you'll get like a wider spiral. So then we're going to just do this one, start it with the smalls or round pliers, and then if you want it bigger, just get some bigger pliers and go in. So there's always solutions, right? So we're just going to start this one with that, work our way down, whoopsies, a little bit, and then we'll go here. Hi Peggy, how are you? Thanks for the heads up, Amber. Okay, yeah, Amber had to leave. And then now we have Peggy. So there we go. You guys are playing tag team. That's fun. It's a wire making relay. So let's just go and do the next one. And around and around and around. And guys, Peggy was our first winner of the first episode of Live Wires for the Win. So that was very exciting. Beautiful work in the challenge, and we can't wait to see what she made for episode 2, which is airing tomorrow. So that's fun. Hi, Paula. Nice to see you. So now we have all these funny looking spirals, and then what we can do is just flatten them out. So what I'm going to get my chain nose pliers, flat nose pliers, just stick them down. And then this wire is pretty soft, so you can just go in and do it by hand a little bit too. And then we're just going to press it and push it down and do our best to get it pretty even. I mean, sometimes it's hard when they're so small like that. And then we're going to do this one, push it down, bring it there and there. You guys said such nice things. Yeah, no, it was really beautiful and very personal. I really, really loved it, Peggy. That was great. And we were just saying that Mustafa posted his in the Live Wires for the Win Facebook group. So even if you're not one of the 10 people participating in Live Wires for the Win on that we've taped the episodes, you can participate after the fact in the Facebook group. So that's awesome. It's exciting to see what everybody's made. So now we have all these like funny looking things. And I probably maybe should have made some different. You can flip some over to be going the other direction. Bring this one down. If you want them longer too, you could just bring it down a little bit. So they don't have to have that many, that much spiral on them. So we're going to bring that one down. And then this one here, bring it up. This one's shorter. And then this one too, if you want to bring them. Anyways, the idea is you can play with them. If you have too many, like if you want an odd number rather than an even, that one's a little wonky, so let's just cut him off. We don't need him. So there we go. So now we have this beautiful little vase. It's like sort of cascading water vase type of thing. This one might have been a little big, so if you find it's too big, just go ahead and trim it a little bit more, no problem. Okay, perfect. So now, whoop, that's not the right one. Let's go ahead and do that and around. Yeah, it's fun that everybody else can participate in the challenges too. So I'm really excited to see what people make. And so there's that one. So there is our little, in French it's verso, so it's like the Aquarius. And so far we have a ring and we have the little vase that's with the cascading water. And if you want it to be a little wider, just go ahead. We could even use the ring cone for that if we want, and just make it a little bit wider in there at the bottom. It just might look a little nicer. And there we go. So we have that. And then now I want to, maybe I'll skip to the one with the little girl in the frame pouring the water. Let's try that. That looks challenging. You could also put like the vase in a frame if you want as well. That's possible. So let's go ahead and do the girl in a frame. And for that, I'm going to need a thicker wire for the frame. Let's just go ahead and get, oh, that's a little thick. So let me just see what I have here. I have 20. I ran out of 18 gauge silver. So what I'm looking for is the 18 gauge. That's not even gold, that's the tarnish resistant brass. But we could also use that. It's just a little trickier. 22. I'm not sure where I put my gold. Maybe I don't have any gold 18. Yes, I do. So here's the gold 18 gauge wire. And it's a vase or a vase. Yeah, so vase. Yes, a vase or a vase. That's right. You could pronounce it both ways. Latest challenge was mirror, mirror. Yeah, that was a really fun one to start off with. So now we're going to just make like a little frame. And so I'm just going to cut a piece. I'm just going to make a basic frame. You can definitely make a much more ornate woven frame if you want. So I'm going to get that, and I'm just going to get my circle forms. So let me get that. Yeah, I have my little babushka doll pill bottles here. I can have a sip of water. And so I love these because you have all the different sizes. So I have that one, that one, that one, and I'm going to use this one today. So nice. Joan says, love it. Thank you. So now let's go ahead and make just a basic frame as a starting point. So I'm just going to bend that up at an angle, make a little round form. And like I said, whoa, if you want to do a more ornate frame, by all means go ahead. I even found like this thing that I have that I was going to try to like do a resin thing. I actually bought some resin. It wasn't the one, Joan, you had recommended one from Michael's, but I wasn't at Michael's, so I bought one at Omer de Serre. It was you, Joan, or maybe it was Connie. Somebody recommended a resin, and so I bought one from Omer de Serre, and I'm going to try it, but I'll try it later. I might like set it up now and then pour the resin later because it's really stinky, and I'm pretty sure Mark does not want resin in the house. It's going to be too stinky, so I'll bring it outside. So here is our basic frame, and then we could just do a little bail thing at the top, and then for that you can use your, it was you, I thought so, yeah, nice. Okay, what does that involve? Do you mean live wires for the win, Sabrina? All it is we're having an elimination challenge show, kind of like Top Chef on YouTube. Every Thursday it airs at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We're much nicer than Top Chef, but we do a little critique of the work and equal amount of praise and constructive criticism, which isn't even really criticism. You guys have done amazing work, and there's really not much to say about the work other than it's beautiful. But just for the sake of, you know, the fun of it, it is an elimination challenge. One person has to go home every week, and one person is the quote-unquote winner. And but viewers can also participate in the challenges after the shows are aired, and you can share pictures of your work in the Facebook group based on the theme. They won't be judged at all, but at the end, if you do all 8, there's a random draw for you to win lots of prizes. So hopefully you may participate. It's nerve-wracking but fun. Yeah, for sure. I can imagine it's fun. I'm actually doing a kind of, not like that, but something similar to that coming up. Beadalon is having an online challenge. They do like the Zoom call, and then you sign up and they send you the materials, and everybody has 1 hour to do live online to make a something with the materials that they send you. And so I signed up for that. I think it's in November. So I will actually be in a competition as well. And I don't have high hopes that I'm gonna, you know, be in the top 5 by any means, because my work's a little wonky sometimes, but it's definitely going to be a fun challenge. I'm excited about that. So now let's try to do a woman. I don't know if I cut this long enough, but I'm going to try to do the silhouette of a woman holding the vase. So this is actually going to be really tricky, and we're going to see how that goes. I bet, Peggy, yeah. So now, yeah, so I'll send you guys the link to that coming up in November. If you could check Beadalon's Facebook page, they have all kinds of cool live streams and stuff going on all the time. So so I did a live with Wyatt a couple of months ago. That was super fun as well. I really enjoyed that. So now I'm going to just try to do a little eyelash. I don't know, this might be too much detail. We're going to see. So we're just going to try to do like a little eyelash, and if not, I'll just skip that and just do a silhouette. And then, so we're just going to do that up here. And then what we want to do is just like a little face thing. So let's just see if we can get a little face going that way. But I don't want it very big, so I'm going to try to make it super small. Hey, Kat, nice to see you. Yes, I got the resin. It's this. I'll show you what I got. I got this, which is crystal resin. So we're going to see what that's like, and I will try it. Maybe after the live stream, I'll try it and see how it goes. So, but like I said, I'll definitely do it outside and see how it goes. So yeah, so let's just keep going with this little silhouette of the girl. I hope it's not going to be too small. And then we want to just like bring this down. And then I'm going to do her around her hair. I'm going to bring her around. And then maybe what I'll do is right away attach her in the frame so we know how much room that we have. Okay, so we're going to bring it here and set her up so her head's way up here. That's fine. And yeah, I just want her positioned in there. So I'm going to attach this one so it's in place. There we go. 2-to-1 ratio epoxy. Yes, exactly. So you have to mix it. And whereas the one I had before, the clear, it wasn't even resin. It was like crystal clear lacquer. Trouble with that, it wasn't water resistant, the one I was using. So this one will be better because it will be water resistant. So now what we need to do is do her arm. So if we do the arm, so we're just going to maybe bend it around here and bring it up for the arm. And then I guess what would be her shoulder. So we're going to bring that one around for her shoulder. Okay. And then we need, I don't want it to be too big either. So let's just bend that in a little bit. And then we're going to bend it up and she'll be holding the vase or the vase. So let's bring that one up. You wanted just 1 part UV resin. Oh, well, what is 1 part UV resin? I do not know what that is. I can return this. I haven't used it. Maybe the ones I saw were like 2-part resins. So is it you and Mustafa use a 1-part resin? Let me know in the comments what you guys use because I haven't opened that. I can return it. I'm actually the queen of returning things. I have no issues with returning stuff. So I could definitely return it. So now let us get what I want to do. Do I want to make this out of this same thing or do I want to do I could do it with a different wire. Let me just get some different wire. I'm going to get the 22 gauge silver just to do a little contrast and see how it goes. Try measuring it accurately. As more accurate resin is mixed up, the better it will come. Okay, cool. Sweetest person, Heather. Aw, you're so sweet. Thank you. I really want to learn resin, especially make pyramids. Yeah, the pyramids are super awesome. I'm just now wondering if I use Mustafa, you use epoxy resin. So is that what I bought? Is that, it says crystal resin. I'm not quite sure what it is. I'm going to have to see. It looks like epoxy resin, but I'm not sure. I don't know what that is. So I should maybe go back to the store and find out, and I might return it. So we're going to see. But yeah, Joan had recommended one as well. So I'm gonna have to check that out and see. So now let's try to do the little pot because I think it's going to be better to do the pot with a separate wire. So now I think I'm just going to do like a round bottom. So for that, I can just use my Sharpie. We're just going to bring that one around here. There, we have the Sharpie around and see if it's going to be the right size. That's a little big, so let's just go a little smaller. Okay, we'll go a little smaller there. Epoxy resin is great for pyramids. UV resin is great when you just use a little, like my, okay, so yes, I was hoping to use resin that I could make thicker shapes with, like a dual purpose. So I saw you use heat to get the bubbles out. Yeah, actually I have a heat gun that I use for embossing and also for encaustic. So I could use that heat gun for sure. So now let's just go ahead. This would be the vase, but now I'm wondering, rather than do anything with that yet, this is getting really complicated because what I'm going to do is attach this to that before I make the shape, and I'm not even finished the shape for this. So let's see if this is a good idea or not. So if we go here, and then we want to form like a little hand thing, so we're going to go up and up and then down. So now we want to wind this into this and see if it works. So we'll separate that, and that way if it's not a closed shape, it's much easier to twist this around. So let's just go ahead and twist that around and around and around, and yeah, I don't know if anybody's going to attempt this design because this is definitely tricky. So let's just go ahead and do that. That one's behind, perfect. And let's finish her hand. So bring that in. Oh, I've already done it the wrong way because what I want to do is have it finish up that way. So that's no problem because I can remove this. There we go. And I can flip this. So we're going to flip this around because we actually want it the other way. So we're going to do that. Fix that. And just fix the hand a little bit. That way. And that way. Because what I wanted to do is finish it at above. Because I want to go back up and over that way. So I've done this type of figure many times before. So it's interesting to visit it again. So now we want to put this vase back in her hand. So let's just put the vase back here. You can stick that back in here. And then this one underneath. Okay, get under there. Perfect. And yeah, these live streams are really fun because I could work on these projects alone, but it's much more fun with you guys. So I use epoxy resin, which is meant to mix in a specific ratio. That's the only kind I've heard about is the epoxy resin where you mix it. You know, that's what I was assuming that I was looking for. So I think if that's the case with this, I might just stick with it and try it. It was on sale, so it's probably a good, I think PBO is a very good brand too. So now let's bring this one back around. We'll bring it back around here. And then we're just going to bring it back down. So I don't know if I wanted to go back over that again. But anyways, this is sort of how I've done it now. Or, yeah, you know what I could do? I don't have to go back there down because she's going to be covered with water. So now what I'm going to do is just bring this over here and attach it. I'm going to just attach it here. And that will be, you know, it'll become her hair. So let's just go ahead, wrap this one around. Why don't we finish the girl so we can go and work on the vase. So now I'm going to just bring this one up. This will be her hair. And bring that one up to her head. And I'm going to rotate this after. So we're going to bring this one in here and wrap it around for her hair. So we're just going to get that one in here. Hi, Amber. How are you? Good afternoon. Yes, it is afternoon here. So now we're going to bring this one here. And oopsies. We're going to bring that one up here. And we're going to bring that one back, down, and down. Okay, so now I just want to do a little bit of hair, maybe one more. Actually, this one we can cut because I think I don't need that one right now. And we might reuse that later. So now let's just do one more little thing of hair. We could do as much hair as you want around there. And then back up in there and up to the top. You can kind of like make these like different shapes in there. Back to the top and around and back. Heather, there are two types of resin available in the market, epoxy that you have and UV. Ah, yeah, UV resin cures more faster than, that's right, because the UV resin is the one you put under a light, right? Like gel nails. I had a friend that used to do those gel nails and she had one of those UV lights. But I think the UV resin, you can't do thick things, right? It's just for thinner, almost like a lacquer coating on things. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you can make pyramids with UV resin. So just let me know in the comments because I'm not 100% sure, but that's my guess. So let's just attach this one to finish it off, and then we can try to do the base. So there we go. I prefer epoxy resin. Yeah, that's what I thought. Epoxy resin sounds like it's a little more versatile and more solid. So now here's our girl holding the vase. And this one has to go in behind, and we want to keep, I think you're bringing her arms up a little bit more, And we're going to just bring these ones in. And I want to make like sort of a end of the vase. So let's try to make it pretty simple. Let me just see what I can do for that. Bring it up. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to make this super simple because this is getting really small. So I'm going to actually bend that up and wind this one around so it looks like more like a corkscrew. So let's bring these ones up here and up like that. And I'm just going to take this and just bring it around maybe 3 times to represent the top of the pot. Now it looks like a little bit like a light bulb, but we can also like maybe bring it around. You know what I could do? I could maybe bring it around so it looks a little bit more like 3-dimensional. So let's just take this, bring it around on top of itself so it looks, oh, now it looks really funny, but that's fine. We're just going to play with it. So that's the idea. It has a sort of a lid thing, but let's make the pot a little bit wider because now it looks really funny. So let's take our round pliers. Okay. Hi, Pamela. How are you? Okay, so there we go. Let's just go ahead and bring that. Zodiac harem for Muslims. I don't know anything about the zodiac signs. I can't help you with that. So there we go. We're just going to do that. Bring that one around here. And then we want to maybe open it up a bit more here. I have to see how I'm going to do that. Maybe if we go that way and that way. I just want it to look like a little bit more like a pot. It somewhat looks like a pot, but not too much. That's okay. So now we're going to bring this one right up. Aquarius is the water bear. Yes, exactly. That's it. And so I knew it was water related. I wasn't exactly sure the details, but there we go. So this person is the water bearer. Now this thing ended up being a weird shape, the vase. So I am going to see what I can do to fix that a little bit more. I think it has to be a little bit wider. I think you guys can like do your own thing with the vase because right now it's looking a little bit wonky, but we're going to see what we can do with it to at least make it somewhat presentable. So we're going to bring that one there, bring that one there. Oh, this one is coming out here, and maybe bring that one in here, and that one that way. It's not really looking like a vase, but that's okay. I wanted just to make it a little bit shorter because I found it a little bit long, and I probably should have attached her head better, but that's okay. So here's the girl and her water vase thing, and if I make it a little fatter at the top, it might be better. This is where you watch me struggle. So now we're going to just bring that one in a little bit. Perfect. And so she's going to be pouring the water. So now what we want to do is bring that one right up. And I think what I'm going to do is just right away secure it here. Maybe I'm just going to do like a little bit of back and forth to make it look somewhat watery. So we're just going to go here, back and forth, and this one too, a little back and forth, and we're going to bring it here. Okay, so now let's attach these to the side. So we're going to get this one and attach it here, around here. And then we're going to bring it to the side to make some waves. So we're just going to bring it here. This wire is a little bit thin, but it just gives you sort of a somewhat idea about this. So now let's go ahead and go down and up. There we go. Just to make it look like water. I think if I sketched this out and traced it, it might be easier, but it definitely gives you an idea of what sort of thing you could do. You could add beads to this too, definitely. So let's see how that looks. Definitely looks like water. So now we're just going to take this one, wrap it around. I'll just wrap that one around and then I'll do the other one. So we're just going to bring that, wrap it around, give it a clip. There we go. And then we're going to do the other side. Same thing, we're going to just take it here, wrap it around the side, and then we're going to have to try to find a way to make sure it's like somewhat centered in place. So we're going to take that one, bring it, actually I could bring this one to the back. We don't have to bring it to the front again. So we're going to bring that one here, and then we're going to do some waves again. So I'm glad I used contrasting color wire, otherwise it wouldn't like show up so well. So this looks good. I'm going to just, here, I'm going to go here, and then we're going to do the other waves here. So back and forth. There we go. Back and forth. Back and forth till we get the water. And you can do as many lines of water as you like. You can just do 2. You can do more than 2. Whatever you feel like. Up there. And one more. Perfect. So now you're making water and there's water running in the background. That would be Mark in the kitchen. That's very funny. I didn't actually even notice. So now let's just go around here. It was raining earlier, but there's no rain right now. So that would have been even more water. So let's just go ahead. We're going to put this one in here to attach it. And if you want it like so they stay together, you can just wind it again at the underneath part of that. So that's fine. And then we're going to clip it. Amber, based on what I'm seeing on a quick Google search, astrology appears to be forbidden in Islam. Okay, I have no idea. So that's interesting. So yeah, I'm definitely a skeptic when it comes to astrology, but I find it interesting, and it's fun doing the astrology signs for sure. So let's bring this one up here. Bring that one up here, and this one's overlapping on her face a little bit, so I'm going to try to move it over a little bit. Maybe put it more straight up and down. It's because there's only a limited amount of room in the circle. Maybe I could have made the circle a little bit bigger. Okay, but there's the idea, guys. It's a little bit hard to see. Pypea is usually 2 waves of water. Okay, so I'm on the right track. That's great. Okay, so now there is this one. Super fun. And let me just take a little sip of water, and we can do 2 o'clock. We could do maybe one more thing. Mary, goodbye. I got to start my day. Okay, awesome. Oh, that's so sweet of you, Mary. Thank you, and thanks for hopping on. We've been on for a long time. The other thing I thought would be cool would be to do like a piece of sea glass with some waves on it too. So maybe rather than do another vase, I'll do a little piece of glass with the waves on it. I think that would be really cool, but I have to run down and get my glass, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I was in the basement. So these are from Michael's. I'm going to see, and it would be appropriate to do sea glass for the water bear. So let's see what we got. I have some good ones. These I've used before. I was thinking more to use like an actual piece of sea glass. So why don't we just grab one of these, and I'll put these ones away, and we'll see what we can do with that. There's some cool ones in here. That one's a little big actually, but it's okay. Big is good to be able to show you guys what we can do. So here, and then the other thing was I did want to hammer some waves as well. So let's just start with this one and see what we can do for this. So I was thinking we can just do a couple of waves. How was I going to do that? Let me get some 18 or 20 gauge wire. Maybe I'll try with the 20, just so it's going to be easier to use. So here's some 20 gauge wire. Hi Ashita, nice to see you. So now let us get some 20 gauge wire. I'll cut a good long piece. Yeah, I'm getting really low on wire. I've asked Beetlon to send me a little bit more wire because I really go through the 20 and the 18 gauge really quickly. So hopefully they're going to send me some soon. So here is this, and then what I was thinking to do is just like do the waves and then see what we can do after that. So just let me think where my mind was going with that, because I'd also thought about doing something like that with the prong setting that I did before, but that's maybe a little bit overkill. So let's try to keep this simple, and I'm going to start just by doing the waves and then we'll go from there. So here we go. Let's take these, and I'm going to use, these are going to be too big, so let's just go ahead. You know what I'm going to use is my black ones. So let's just take these and go back and forth and see how we do. See if that's going to be a good size. That should be a good size. So we're going to go back and forth and see how many waves we can do across the glass. So we're going to go like that and see if that fits. That looks cool. And then we want to, I guess, wrap it around and then do another one. So let's just go around that way and then this way. Okay, we're just winging it here because this is not usually how I wrap glass, but it's going to be interesting. So hi Guillaume, how are you? Is that Guillaume? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm so sorry I butchered it, but hello and welcome. So now we have this around here, this one around here, and then let's just bring it right to the back and then around here, and then we want to do the waves again. So maybe how would be the easiest way to do that? Let me just bring this one around here, and then we want to kind of redo these waves over top. So you know what I could do is I can actually pull this off. Let's pull that off because it's in a shape that I'm able to pull it off, literally. And then let's go ahead and do another row of waves. So there we go, back and forth, back and forth. Make sure that's there. Dania says, don't want to leave, but I have to go. No worries. It's usually I go about an hour. Sometimes I go about an hour and a half, depending on what the projects are. So absolutely no worries if you guys have to come and go and watch the replay. I am absolutely 100% not offended. I would be doing this anyways, so it's totally fine. So now, there we go. And let us do this and put this one back. Yeah, Daniel, we'll see you next time. No problem. And hopefully you'll be able to watch Live Wires for the Win on Thursday. So let's put that one down here. Maybe the other way around. I might fit better around that way. Let's see if that goes better in here. Down that way. I should have remembered. No, it was that way. So there we go. Let's go back down here. And there, that goes like that. So these want to line up. I might have to tighten up that a little bit. I think I bent it too soon. And we want to bring this one around here. Okay, so those line up. And then now the question is, how do we attach it? So, sorry, I have a little dry throat. So we're going to bring this one here. Why don't we try it super simple, see if it's going to work, and bring that one, center it up here. Okay. And then after this, I'm going to try one more with the hammered wire, and we're going to see. So if that goes there, that goes there. And then we do need to bend it around here to secure it. So if we're going to go bend that to the back, bend that up to here, and maybe bend that back again. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Maybe a single wrap. I mean, you could do a double, but I don't know if it's worth it to do the double or not. You could. You actually see what it looks like with the single and then the double. Let's just try it. We've got lots of wire. So we're going to go in there and bring that one in there. And let's bring that one up to the top. Nah, that's too much. So let's just take that back. The waves you did from the paperclip wave reading. Ooh, that would be fun too. The waves like in the paperclip. That would be very nice to do waves across like that. Oh, I like that idea. Maybe I can do that after. So if we're going to bring this one up to the back, I'm going to try to straighten it a bit because I kinked it up there. Too many, I was a little too ambitious with my wraps. So we're going to bring this one here, put that one back. Yeah, I like that idea, Mustafa. I definitely want to try that. So let's bring this one back up here and see what we're going to do to get that, because we want this to sit in place. So let me just see what we can do for that. So if we bring this one up here, bring it around maybe this way, just wrap it around, and then I think we would have to like wrap the top as well, otherwise it's going to fall out. So if we wrap it around here, like to catch the top part, hopefully it'll, yeah, let's try that. We're just going to keep it simple up there, and then maybe even again just to be sure. Okay, so there, and then yeah, I think there's a lot of possibilities for this, but it's just a matter of finding a way that it's going to be solid, and it also depends on the shape of your glass or your stone. That often dictates what kind of wrap you're going to do, and because if you have a stone that has more like crevices, it's easier to catch it in place. So now let's just do our bail at the top. We'll take the bail making pliers. I like to do a double one. I just think it looks nice. You can also add beads to this if you want. I haven't done anything with beads yet. I should probably add some beads at some point. And then this one, if you have extra wire, just bring it down to make it a little bit more solid. You can bring that one around, but not too much, because now it seems to be coming off of the wire. So I'm just going to backtrack it a little bit because it seems to be pushing the other wires. So we're just going to go there, clip it, and it's kind of funky, interesting. I think there's some possibilities there, but I do like, I'm going to show you what Mustafa means by the waves from the paper clip. Let me show you that, and then I'm going to try a couple flat ones and I'll be done. So for that, let's go ahead and get the 20 gauge wire. No, that's 22. That's why I love doing these live streams, because you guys have such great ideas, and it's a great opportunity to try some new ideas. So let's go ahead and take this 20 gauge wire, take a good piece, okay, and remember these are the bead tame, or the wire spool tamers that Beadalon sent me, and I call them underwear for my wire because they look like underwear elastic, but they hold your wire in place, which is really fun. And now, so Benny, hello. Oh, when will you do Libra? I did Libra, guys. Yeah, it's I'll link it up in the description. Could you do a water droplet? Ooh, that would be cute too. I like that idea of doing like a water droplet. That would be a really great idea. So like, let me just draw these things first so you guys can see what Mustafa means is the wave, like that. So that would be cool. Like on the wave ring, you could do like 2 like that. In fact, maybe for the wrap, I could do it something like that where you attach it and see how it goes. And then for the water drop, Peggy, do you mean like something like that, like a drop? Because that could be, I mean, just like a teardrop type thing, I guess you could do, and maybe put some other stuff in it. Might be interesting. Could even do like that type of thing. There's a lot of things that you could do for sure. Hi Diane, how are you? Yeah, Diane, you're lucky we're going overtime, because usually I'm done by now, but that's okay. I think I've been going a little longer with the zodiac signs, because there's so many different possibilities. So let's just go ahead and do these, how do you say, the waves. So if I'm going to just take it like this, and then, oh, if you hear my stomach making sounds, it's just digesting. Sorry about that. Sometimes when I film videos, my stomach does funny things, and then I'm like, I have to cut it out of the video, but I cannot with live streams. So if you hear a little squeaky sound. That's what it is. So let's bring this one up, and I'm going to leave a little extra space here because I'm not sure what I'm going to do at the end, and we're just going to bend this up, and then for the waves you just kind of go around like that, and then we're going to get our needle nose pliers and bend that down. So you want to make a good sharp bend, and then take this one around like that. So that makes sort of a kind of a wave thing. And then if you want to kind of pull it, then it's going to like make it a little bit more defined as a wave. So maybe to be consistent, I got crystals with holes, but they're too small for my wire, and I can't buy any more. I was thinking of using it random wire, attach it, and the crystals are too small to be wrapped around with. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely use a thinner wire. That happens to me a lot where I buy beads that have too small holes, and so I end up using a thinner wire to attach them with. So yeah, sometimes you have to be a little creative with things like that. You know, it's when life throws you lemons, you make lemonade. So sometimes there's other solutions that we can find to do with things that you know, you have those little problems. So now we're going to, the wave is pretty, thank you. So now we're just going to keep in mind the right pliers. So these are the needle nose pliers. So let's try to do a few of them. Haven't done the wave in a while, so let's just see how it goes. Bring that one around. Okay, and bring that one around. Sometimes it's a little hard to get them consistent. I think maybe I'll just do 3. I think they're going to be inconsistent, but you know what? I don't mind that they're inconsistent. Maybe I should make them exaggeratedly inconsistent. That might be interesting. So now we are going to do this one. They almost look like fire. So we're going to bring this one around. Okay, so those are like sort of wave things. They're kind of interesting. And then let's do some more. So we're going to bring this one around here and do some more waves. You get the idea, you know, you can play around with it. You could do a better job than I'm doing. There's all kinds of things you could do with these. So, Papilla, yes, you can make weaving pattern and add the beads. Yes, see, there's all kinds of possibilities that we can do. You just have to be a little bit thinking of outside the box sometime to see what you can do. And like I ordered some beads from Etsy recently because I make little earrings with martini glasses in my Etsy shop. And I ordered some beads. I thought they were 6mm, and they weren't. They were 4mm. And at first I was like, oh, I have to return these beads. And then I realized, oh, well, why don't I make smaller martini glass earrings? And because it's nice to have options for people, because the ones I make usually are pretty big. So now, thanks to that mistake, I can offer 2 different sizes of the martini earrings, and I think people will really appreciate it. So I would never have thought of that if I had not made that mistake. So there we go. Is this a ring or a necklace? Well, I have made a wave ring. So I think for this, we are going to do we're going to wrap a crystal. So let me just see what I got. Not a crystal, a sea glass. So I'm just going to pour out at the side here. You guys can't see it, but I have all kinds of pieces of sea glass that I could put. Maybe a thicker one. That's kind of, ooh, this one I like. I mean, this one actually has a little line in it, which is interesting. So if we did something like this, what I want to do though is bring this one around. So let's just bring that one around a little bit. Wind it around. And now, Mary, hello, saludos. Cute, yeah. So now we could just put this here, and yeah, that's okay. It's not going to be perfect by any means, but I like the idea. Look at that. That's really cool. So does that go at the top? That's kind of more interesting at the top, maybe, even though it's a little Sometimes you would think to put the bigger side at the bottom, but because my waves fit this way, let's try this. So what if we just take this one? Now I'm going to take the bottom wire, I'm going to bring it around, and I'm going to put it in there. Okay, so we're going to see what that's going to do. We're going to put that one in there, bring it that way, and then the same thing. So we're going to do this one. This is super funky. Thank you, Mustafa, for the idea. And now we're going to take this one and around that spot. And I love it. Yeah, well, that was your idea. So you can pat yourself on the back, please. Or if you have someone in the room, if your mom or your sister or your brother in the room, they can pat you on the back. Because that was a great idea. Except now I've lost my thing. So let's put it back in there. Okay, so now we have our waves, which are super funky. Maybe they're a little low down now. So can we just adjust that a bit? So let me just put that one in there. Put that one up here. So this one, and now we have to get that one up here. I think we can adjust them. So how do we finish this? That's the question. So we're going to bring that one up here. And I think what I might have to do is get another wire to attach that. Because we have that there, and this one. Yeah, if this was longer maybe, why don't we put, hey wait, let's put this one up here. This one's going to come over here and go into this one maybe. See what we can do there. If not, I'll get another wire. So we're going to stick that one in here. Love it. Yay. So there we go. So we're going to just stick that one in here. And I'm going to wind this one around in here to catch this end. Otherwise, you could have put another wire, but I'm going to catch that one in here. I need my flat pliers. I color coded them, so the blue ones are the flat ones. So we're going to bring this one around here. Bring it, come on. I might have to bend that around a little bit. Okay, around here and around. I might want to add a different wire because I'm not sure how good this is going to be, but we're going to see. I just wanted to catch that wire, but now it's sort of coming out. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to backtrack because I don't mind to backtrack. I'm going to bring this one out. I think I'm going to add a separate wire there because it's doing funny things now. So let's just take this one out. I'm going to take that one out. I just started wire jewelry 2 months ago. Cool. Nice. Awesome. Okay. If you want to share your work, you can join the Discord group. Mustafa put the link up below. On Discord, you could join and share it in the Share Your Work section, or you could join the Facebook group, the Wire Makers Club, and share your work in the Wire Makers Club. So yeah, if you want to share your work, please do. And if you don't have any social media, just send me pictures of your work to info@heatherboydwire.com, and I would love to see it. So let's just start here, bring that one up, bend this one at a bit of an angle, and I'm going to add a separate wire. Okay, so we're just going to bend that one here. And now what I want to do, this one, I'm not even sure what I'm going to do with this wire. I actually might clip that one, but I haven't decided. So now let's get another piece of wire to attach this one up to there, because otherwise I'm not quite sure how we're going to get it to stay. Yeah, let me get another piece of wire. So let's take some more 20 gauge wire. Thanks, Mustafa, for sharing the link to Discord. Thanks, Peggy. It's not finished, but we'll see if it's going to work or not. Anyways, it's the concept. I think you can do it. Take one wire above and one below. I'm not quite sure what you mean. I'm going to bring this one up. Oh, I see. You mean one above the one above here, like that. Now, there's an idea. Okay. Yeah, we're getting there. So maybe that's if we could do that and then do something on the other side that's consistent. Because, yeah, you pretty well have to have something at the front. So that's a great idea, Lise. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's just clip that, do that. And now, if this wire was long enough, I could bring it back there. Now, wouldn't that be good? So maybe we can, okay, let's adjust this again. So let's try this slightly differently again. So let's hold this, because if we can make it with one piece of wire, that would be awesome. So let's bring this one to the front, this one to the back. Okay, we're really messing up this wire, but as long as it doesn't break, we're good to go. So Lucienne Boetalde, I'm not sure what that means, but if it means hello, hello back. Welcome, and we are going to bring that one up and bring that one to the front. So Lee had a great idea to bring a wire to the front, one to the back, and now we're going to twist that one around and then bring this one also to the front to hold it in place, because you're going to need something on that side too. And let's go ahead and get that one in here. So this is why I love doing these live streams, because you guys have some great ideas, and sometimes it takes me a hot minute to figure out what you guys are saying, but when I figure it out, it's great. So now we're going to bring this one back. We barely have enough wire, but I think we're going to have enough to twist that one around. So let's just go ahead and twist that one around. Make sure my hands stay on screen here. Whoops, I'm going to get the needle nose pliers, bring that one around. Perfect. So had just enough wire to finish that, and then we want to make the veil at the top, and then we just have to figure out what to do with those two lines. So I'm just going to take this, bend it back, and just kind of do a little simple veil like that. There we go. So you just do whatever kind of veil that you like. We're just going to stick that one in there. I'll clip the end. Google is better tasting translating comments. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, I use Google Translate all the time. If I had more time, I'd hop over to Google and translate and come back. But sadly, during the live streams, I don't have time. So guys, this is like very solid. Like it's attached on both sides and here. We can do a little bit of adjusting to see how we can figure out these waves, like to get them to sit properly. We can bring that one up here, and that one should be fine. You can push that one up a bit. If you need to adjust the back, sometimes I just take my pliers and just give it a little like twist to tighten them up. I do that a lot, where I just like do little flicks of the wrist to tighten up the wires. And then these lines here, you can leave them smooth, or if you want, you can also like tweak them a little bit. Let's just see how it's going to look. So see, this is what it looks before, and let's just see what we can do for the after. You can just take these careful. They sometimes slip when you do this, but just to give it maybe a little bit more variety, I don't know if it's necessary. You could do like little twists like that. Same thing here. You can just do little twists and move that over a bit. You can just maybe even leave that over top if you want to line those up. Like there's all kinds of adjusting that you can do at the end, but I definitely like the concept. I think it's super cool. So thank you, Mustafa, for the idea. I think there's a lot of possibilities with that. And now let's try just one where we're going to flatten the wire. So what I want to do for that is get some thicker wire. I actually have, might be way too thick. I have 12 gauge. Oh no, that's way too thick. I'm not going there. And I have this one, which is 16 gauge. So why don't we go for the 16 and do a little wave and flatten it, and we can use, I can try that with the resin, would be really cool. So what we can do is just cut a couple of pieces of the 16 gauge, cut them longer than you think. Ooh, those are hard. Okay, I don't want to ruin my cutters, so I'm just going to do like a little nick and then bend it, because I'll get my memory wire cutters maybe. And let's go ahead and do a kind of a wave with these ones. Okay. It's your design though. Yeah, well we're all share ideas, which is amazing. I think it's just great how we inspire each other to do different things. So now let's just try to do, this is really heavy. You know what, I'm gonna actually use the craft wire because it's softer, somewhat softer. So let's just try the craft wire instead, just for the sake of the sample. And then you can always use brass if you want something a little more solid. So let's do that. I'm gonna put that one away. And we're just gonna try some waves with this one. So take this, and we could do them at the same size, but I don't think that's gonna work. So we're just gonna go back and forth, or you can do like more pointy waves as well. It's really up to you. So we're gonna I'm just gonna look at my sketch again for a second to see. Yeah, actually those were more like pointy. I could maybe try them more pointy. Let me just try some more pointy ones to see how it goes. I'm going to take this one and try to do more pointy. Might be better. Okay, let's try more pointy. That one. Yeah, because the other ones we did are curved. So let's try some more pointy ones. And that one. And then that one. So that's interesting. So let's do that. Okay, and then we're gonna do another one like that. Let's clip that one. Okay. And then we're gonna do another one. So I'm just gonna cut the end flush and heat the memory wire. You can use regular cutters. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I don't work a lot with memory wire, but I do have some memory wire cutters. But that's interesting. If you heat it, it's easier to cut. So that's good to know. I do have a heat gun that I use for embossing and for what else do I use it for? Encaustic, that's what I use it for. And if you're wondering, encaustic is actually painting with wax, and it's super fun. So now, hi Maria, now we're going to clip this, and this is the part where you want to plug your ears, because this is the part where I get out my steel block and my hammer. And you can just close your ears, because this is going to make some noise, and we're just going to flip it around a bit. It's kind of cool. Let's flip it again. Normally I would just put it through my rolling mill, but that's in the basement. So there must be an easier way to do this. It's not super even, but let's do another one. So we're going to do this one. Okay, watch your... You love the hammer sound. That's so funny. Okay, so there. Again, flip it. Oh, that one worked better. Let's just fix this one. Oh, it got really flat on one side, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfectly even. So now we have these, and what I was thinking, it might be fun to like put it in a frame, some kind of frame with that, unless we made our own frame, because that's kind of cheesy using a store-bought frame. So let's just take this one and try to make our own frame. And I think for that, I would just take a smaller circle, if I can find my pill bottle. So let's take a smaller one and remove that one. Put those at the side. We're just going to take this one, bring it around. It's maybe going to be too big actually. So let's take a smaller one, because when we hammer it, it's going to get bigger, right? So let's just take this around here, and then what I want to do is make a loop. So we're just going to do a loop around there, give it a little clip. Here, a frame with flat wire would be better. Yeah, so let's just try to make our own frame. we're gonna go here. And then the other thing we can do is, I'm not sure where to cut it, but if we do something like that, we'll see if it's going to work. Maybe we should cut it a little longer so we have a little bit more give. I'm just gonna cut it there. And let's see if we can, because I've never really flattened a frame like this before, so we'll see if it's gonna work. You'll have to like bring that in a little bit. You can adjust it after, and then we're gonna have to try to flatten that. So bring it around. I feel like it's not flattening well, but maybe it's my hammer. I'm not sure if I've got a good technique going here. Yeah, you really have to do it hard. One more time, guys. I think I need a better hammer. This is why I always use my rolling mill, because I don't really love hammering things. So let's just try to fix it up a little bit. And then my homework is to actually mix some resin and try to put some stuff in the middle. So if we're just gonna bring this one in, play around with it, you wanna make sure it comes right in there. Maybe even like cut that on a wee bit of an angle so there's no leak. The neighbors don't complain. It's okay, we live in a house, so my neighbors cannot hear me, thank goodness. And the only time I see my neighbor is when he comes over to cut our lawn, because he doesn't like that we leave our lawn too long. So he comes over and he cuts a strip out of our lawn just so we know that it's time to cut our lawn. So he's very, very funny. So now we're going to close that up, and that should be good. So if it's cut on an angle, when you put the resin, it should be better. So this is the idea. So you have a frame, and then we're gonna have these little guys. And then I'll put resin, and maybe I should put some other, like, I don't know, little glitter or something in there. What do you guys think? Should I put some other stuff in there? Just let me know. Okay, guys. Still alive, yes. We're talking about my neighbors. So let's see what we made today. We made this one, thanks to Mustafa with the waves. We made this one. And we made this girl that maybe needs a little more work with her, with the water jug. We can move these over a little bit so we can get them all in there. And we made the water jug with stylized water. I'd also like to try to make one of these with beads. So there we go. And we made a very simple wave ring with the Aquarius, which I really like that one. So let me know in the comments which is your favorite. Let me move some of these. And I could put this one over here. And maybe just a light color in the resin. That would be interesting. Gorgeous collection. Thank you, Amanda. Definitely they need a little bit of work. I'm going to put some resin in that one. Try that. I'd like to add beads to that one, and I want to work on this one a little more. She's really cute, so I think there's a lot we can do with that. Maybe fix up the frame or something. And let me flip the screen, and Rudina, you're amazing. Aw, that's so sweet, thank you. So let me, love them all, but the big vase is my fave. Yeah, I think that has a lot of potential, and maybe to put some beads in there. So I'm gonna flip the screen. There we go. Nice, so perfect, guys. So, oh, you can see my frame thing. Let's go there. There we go, perfect. And you can see some of my art. Perfect. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and hop over to Discord. I'm going to take a photo of them and put them in the Discord group and also in the community section. Be sure to join my channel Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time for episode 2 of Live Wires for the Win. And you guys can participate. All the details about Live Wires for the Win is in the description of those videos. In the description of the live streams, I have all, you know, where you need to buy supplies, where you could join the Facebook group, the Discord group. And thank you, Mustafa, for all your help moderating the chat on the live streams and posting the links and everything. And let me just see. Oh, I missed a comment from Amanda. Have you done Taurus yet? Guys, did I do Taurus? Let me just check. I have done Sagittarius, Capricorn, Libra, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo, and Gemini. So how about I do Taurus next week? Let's do Taurus next week. We're going to do it. So guys, thank you so much. No, I don't think I did Taurus, did I? I don't have it on my list. I have done Taurus as a ring, and I have done it as a pendant, but I don't think I did a live stream with Taurus. Unless I'm mistaken, I'm going to check. If I haven't done it, I'll do it next week. So yes, so guys, we'll see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Live Wires for the Win. See you in the Discord group, the Facebook group, and have a great rest of the day. Bye.